The human brain is an absolute wonder, capable of feats that leave us in awe. Yet, despite all its might, there are some concepts it struggles to comprehend. One such elusive concept is the paradox, a mind-bending puzzle that challenges our understanding of reality. Our brains have evolved to perceive the world in a certain way, but paradoxes suggest that reality may operate in ways beyond our comprehension. Prepare yourself for a journey through the most perplexing paradoxes known to man. From the Bootstrap Paradox to the perplexing Grandfather Paradox, we'll explore these mind-bending concepts and delve into the mysteries of reality itself. Get ready to have your mind blown. And if you are interested in a particular paradox, make sure to look at the timestamps down in the description. The Bootstrap Paradox. The Bootstrap Paradox is a mind-boggling mystery of time travel that has captivated the imaginations of many sci-fi enthusiasts. This paradox raises a fascinating question. How can something that is brought from the future and placed in the past ever come into existence? This paradox has been cleverly used by writers to inspire thrilling plotlines in popular sci-fi movies, such as Bill and Ted, Terminator, and Doctor Who. To illustrate this paradox, let's imagine a scientist who invents a time machine and travels back in time to meet his younger self. The scientist then gives his younger self the blueprints for the time machine, which the younger self uses to build the time machine in the future. But if the younger self only has the blueprints because the scientist went back in time and gave them to him, how were the blueprints ever created in the first place? The Grandfather Paradox. Have you ever heard of the Grandfather Paradox? It's a mind-bending scenario that involves going back in time and erasing the existence of your own grandfather. It might sound like a strange thing to do, but it's just a hypothetical scenario used to explore the paradox. Let's imagine that you are a time traveler who has gone back in time and erased your grandfather's existence. When you return to the present day, you find that with your grandfather gone, your father was never born. And if your father was never born, then you wouldn't have been born either. This means that everything you've ever known and loved begins to fade away, and it's as if you never existed. But here's the twist. If you never existed, then how could you have gone back in time and erased your grandfather's existence in the first place? This is where the Grandfather Paradox gets really trippy. Some scientists believe that if you were to erase your own existence in the past, you would create an alternate timeline or even enter a parallel universe. In this alternate reality, you would no longer exist, but the original timeline would remain intact, with your grandfather alive and well. It's a paradox that challenges our understanding of cause and effect, and raises fascinating questions about the nature of time and reality. Taking out Hitler Paradox. This time, we're exploring the possibility of using a time machine to prevent the catastrophic events of World War II by eliminating Adolf Hitler. Sounds like a noble cause, right? Well, not so fast. Let's consider what might happen if you were to travel back in time and eliminate Hitler before he could rise to power. If you successfully carried out this plan, you would be erasing one of the darkest periods of human history. However, the problem is that you would also be erasing any reason for your time travel in the first place. The very act of time travel would create a paradox, making it impossible for you to travel back in time to carry out your mission. This paradox would create a whole new timeline where Hitler never existed, but the original timeline would still exist. The bottom line is, time travel is a complex and mind-boggling concept with many potential pitfalls and paradoxes. While the idea of changing history may seem enticing, it's important to remember that every action has consequences, and altering the past could have unforeseen and devastating effects on the present and future. So let's leave time travel to science fiction for now and focus on making positive changes in our own time. The Fermi Paradox. Are we truly alone in the universe? It's a question that has intrigued scientists for years, and one that the Fermi Paradox seeks to answer. With billions of stars in the Milky Way alone, it's almost certain that intelligent life exists somewhere out there. But why haven't we encountered any aliens yet? The Drake equation predicted that there could be millions of Earth-like worlds with intelligent life in the galaxy. In 2020, the Kepler Space Telescope confirmed this prediction, discovering over 300 million worlds in the Milky Way with similar conditions to our planet. But despite this, we have yet to find any proof of extraterrestrial beings. Theories abound as to why we haven't heard from aliens yet. Some suggest that the vast distances between us prevent communication, while others argue that advanced civilizations destroy themselves before they can reach out to others. But with technological advancements, we may be closer to an answer than ever before. Some even believe that we've already been visited by extraterrestrial life, but haven't recognized it yet. As we continue to explore the universe, it's possible that we may soon find the evidence we need to solve the Fermi Paradox and unlock the secrets of intelligent life in the universe. The search for alien life remains one of the most intriguing and exciting endeavors in the world of science. Polchinski's paradox. What if you could hit a billiards shot that travels through time? It may sound crazy, but according to the late physicist Joseph Polchinski, it's not impossible. Polchinski proposed a thought experiment involving a billiard ball, a wormhole, and the mind-bending concept of time travel. In the experiment, the billiard ball is shot through a wormhole, exiting on the other side in the past, where it collides with its younger self, creating a paradox. However, a group of physics students found a solution to avoid any inconsistencies. Instead of colliding head-on with its younger self, the billiard ball emerges from the future at a different angle and delivers a glancing blow, changing its trajectory just enough to ensure it travels back in time and delivers the same glancing blow to its younger self, setting off a chain reaction that leads to the desired outcome. This scenario challenges our understanding of cause and effect and raises questions about the nature of reality. Could time travel be possible? Only time will tell. Observer's paradox. Quantum theory is full of bizarre and mind-bending facts, but Schrodinger's cat takes the cake. This thought experiment describes a cat that is sealed inside a box with radioactive material, a Geiger encounter, a hammer, and a vial of poison. The radioactive material has a 50% chance of decay, and if it does decay, the Geiger counter will detect it and trigger the hammer to smash the vial of poison, killing the cat. However, until the box is open, there is no way to know whether the cat is alive or dead. According to the paradox, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time, until someone observes it. Despite its strange nature, the observer's paradox is a crucial aspect of quantum theory, and it has led to many groundbreaking discoveries in the field. It also has inspired many other thought experiments and paradoxes, such as the famous Double-Slit Experiment, which demonstrated the wave-particle duality of light. The Double-Slit Experiment. Picture this: a dark room with a wall in front of you. In the wall, there are two tiny slits. You're holding a handful of tennis balls, and you throw them at the wall. Some of them will bounce off the wall, but some of them will travel through the slits. Behind the first wall, there is another wall with a screen on it, and as you throw more and more tennis balls, you see a pattern of marks on the screen that roughly match the size of the slits. Nothing too unusual about that, right? Well, now imagine doing the same experiment, but instead of tennis balls, you're using light. Light behaves as both a wave and a particle, known as a photon. So if you shoot a single photon at the double slits, something very strange happens. Instead of hitting the screen in a single spot, the photon forms an interference pattern, as if it is interfering with itself. It's like the photon went through both slits at the same time and created a wave-like pattern on the screen. This is known as the Double-Slit Experiment, and it is one of the most famous physics experiments of all time. As we conclude our journey through the fascinating world of paradoxes, we are reminded of the complexity and wonder of the universe. What other paradoxes do you find fascinating? And what insights have you gained from pondering these enigmatic mysteries? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content about science and the universe. Thanks for watching.